So today I'm showing you Orion Dino Horde, which is actually Orion Dino Beatdown. So this game came out about a year ago, labeled Orion Dino Beatdown. It received a 35 metacritic score. I actually bought it on day one, and I played it for maybe 2 days and then never picked it back up again. It was just terrible, full of bugs. I revisited the game like a few months later and it still was pretty bad. So they just released this game now, and so here's the first thing you notice. It's saying multiplayer beta on the top. They're calling this a beta when you get into the game, but on Steam the game is actually being sold as a full finished product. Or I shouldn't say finished, but as a full release product. They are not labeling this a beta. How they could even call this a beta after a year of the game being out, I don't know. Anyway, so they re-released this game as Orion Dino Horde, and I'm pretty sure they did this just to wipe the Metacritic score. In fact, the community manager, David Prassel, has actually acknowledged that they feel they do deserve a new Metacritic score, and so if you go to Metacritic, the game actually is completely devoid of reviews because they've changed the name. So I'm pretty sure this is just a money grab to try and get some people to buy the game again before it gets likely terrible reviews again. But we'll see. I'm going to show you some gameplay and we'll see how much it's actually changed from the original game. Alright, so for those of you who don't know what the game is, it's basically like, it's sort of like, I'd say very large map, co-op, players versus dinosaurs, you know, kind of a little bit Left 4 Dead style, where kind of hordes of enemies coming at you. And it's okay fun, but nobody really plays the game that much. There's rarely people on, and the AI of the dinosaurs used to be the biggest problem, along with many game-breaking bugs, but I'll show you what they have now. So here, I'll start as Assault. So, as you can see, it uses the Unreal Engine 3, and graphics are okay. They look pretty... Whoa, I'm getting attacked. So they added some new dinosaurs. So in the original release, there was only basically T-Rex, and T-Rex was like, you know, the big one that would come at you and you'd be scared. He'd throw rocks at you. But really, you could just hide behind something, dodge the rocks, and they were pretty easy to kill. There were these little tiny raptor things that would actually run at you in a single file line. And you could just mow them over with a car in like one shot. And then there were pterodactyls that would pick you up, and they were actually annoying. So now they've added a ton of dinosaurs, which actually is kind of cool. And so here they've added some really better looking raptors, but as you see, I'm standing right next to them, shooting at them, and they're running away from me. Their AI is still pretty terrible. They barely even acknowledge my presence. I can just kind of stand here if I don't go outside. Just keep popping them. Yes. Really bad AI. As you can see, the animation's still kind of weak. Blood splatters look kind of awkward. The textures are meh. But graphics aside, so they did add some new models, so I'll give them that. But if you remember, if any of you followed the original release, many of these were promised a year ago. So I can just stand here all day, piling them up in front of the door, and never get in. So the AI really has not changed. It's still pretty awful. basically,
I can use some help here.
his AI seems to be exactly the same. Oh, and see, he can bite me through the wall. So they haven't fixed that. That was a problem in the old one. His AI is basically the exact same as the old T-Rex. He's just a reskinned T-Rex. So it's a new model, but it works exactly the same. And so kill some more stupid raptors so I can get out of here. So yeah, I think the new model. So this is new. And this last stand kind of thing that wasn't there before.
I need backup. Dino food.
Alright, so we have some better guns. So the guns are cooler. They look better. The skins on them are better. The sound effects are kind of weak. They don't really sound powerful or feel powerful. There's almost no recoil. You can just kind of stand here. Your aim doesn't change much. So I think the skins, yeah, looks a little better, but the guns still don't really feel powerful at all. The dinosaurs, they're really just bullet sponges. You kind of aren't really trying much right now. I'll try and kill this thing. So basically, this is how you try to kill T-Rexes in the old game. You just stay inside, pop them a couple times, run back inside, and repeat. See, the clipping is terrible. They just go right through the wall. I can even shoot them through the wall still. So 1 year later, they haven't fixed that. So let's see what else we got here. That again. I'm just trying to get out and explore a little. Let's see. I might have to start a new map and host and do like fly abilities, so I'll try to do that. Let's see, we have sprint, jump. Is there still jetpack? I think jetpack is the ability. Just see if there's like a map.
I need backup.
No. Oh, there's third person. So if you press F1, you can look at your blocky texture model. I mean your blocky character model. It's pretty ugly. I don't know why you'd want to go to third person. Yeah, so we still have jetpacks, so that was a kind of cool feature that you could jetpack around. That's the back. So as you can see, here's the T-Rex. They're really the exact same thing. They're just big dinosaurs that throw rocks at you and can eat you through the wall. So they are a little harder than they were before. The T-Rex seems really good. See, the animations are still awkward and stuttery. They just kind of, you see, he turns around, he doesn't even move his legs to turn around, he just spins in place. So I'll see if I can get out of here, otherwise I'll go. So, I remember the older game, so the lighting still looks pretty cool. I'm dead right now, so you can't see.
I can use some help.
I need backup. I can fly up somewhere to.
I need backup.
Alright, I'm gonna get out of here and try and find a better place to roam around. So the artwork is kind of nice, I guess. The loading screens and stuff, and they've really cleaned up the menus a lot, so that's kind of nice. I'm going to be recon this time so I can go invisible and cloak around a bit. Maybe I can see some more of the map. Okay, so we have credits and the ability to buy weapons. I forgot about that. So that was a fun part of the game, was upgrading your weapons. And I think the upgrades were one of the few things that this kind of did right. I did like going and buying upgrades for stuff, trying to save up enough money to get the, you know, there's like vehicles, there were like helicopters,
dinosaurs
and decks and stuff you can get that they didn't really control that well, but they were fun.
3 dinosaurs remain. 2 dinosaurs remain. Last dinosaur. Right team, report in.
Okay, there we go. Alright, so here you have ability upgrades you can buy. Alright, so I could buy a silenced weapon, which I'm not going to do right now. Melee from behind, and increase energy amounts. I'm going to do this so I could cloak around more. Other stations... Oh, and I disconnected. So... I don't know what happened there. Let's see. Alright, so doesn't seem to be connecting to this one. So this was an issue with the first one. I actually, oh, maybe that's why. I actually had a dedicated server running for the first day this game came out, simply because I couldn't connect to any servers if I didn't connect to my dedicated server. There were constant disconnects and games getting cut out in the middle. Alright, let's try this one.
Recon.
Alright, so I'll go buy my cloak upgrade again, the energy upgrade, which will allow me to cloak for a longer time. I have to activate the generator. Okay, so to use the stations, there's generators around that the dinosaurs will go and destroy, and you have to go and repair them. Actually, the recon has a special grenade that can repair the generators, and that's the only way you can use these upgrade stations. So it's important to protect your generators and stuff later on. Alright, so now I've got the little energy upgrade, so let's see if I can find a vehicle or something. So the lighting, as you can see, is pretty nice. I do like the lighting effects they have going on. But the textures are pretty bland. Most of the other effects are pretty bland. But the lighting does look cool. There's some levels where the rays coming in and stuff just look really awesome. But one of the other problems with this game, as you can see a little bit here, the maps are absolutely massive. I compare them to Battlefield 2, where the maps are just completely gigantic. And for a game like Battlefield 2, it works. You have like 64 players on a server, and you can use all that space. These games, you're playing with maybe 10 people, tops. There's no reason to have the maps this large. And what ends up happening, see, this is all the killing the dinosaurs pretty much consists of running them over. They're like deer in the headlights when you come at them. They just kind of stand around and let you hit them. So the map size actually works to a disadvantage for this game. If they had like 64 player mode or something, I guess it would be a little different, but with the size that the size of players, the player count that this game has. There's no real reason to have it this big, and what you'll find happening a lot is people are gonna get spread out, or someone new will get lost, and you'll need help getting to another area, and they'll be like all the way at the other end of the map. So it becomes a problem, and even just running from place to place is an issue without a vehicle. So that's still an issue here. That hasn't changed.
Get ready, team.
But anyway, I guess the point of this review was to show that, I guess, even though this game is updated a bit, there's some new character models, some new weapon skins, and a few new weapons. The gameplay is still the same, pretty much. The bugs are still there. T-Rexes still, their heads come through the wall. AI is still really awful. And you'll see games can last for a really long time. I'll play this for a bit, but games can last like 30 minutes, 40 minutes if you're too slow. It's just, it gets kind of boring and repetitive. There's really, it's not very challenging. Overall, it does feel like the same exact game. So the question is, why are they renaming this? Other than to wipe the old Metacritic score and try and start over and get some money before the reviewers come out and re-review this as the same pretty much bad game with the features that were promised a year ago. I think it's a pretty sleazy business tactic. So that's why I'm posting this video here, just so you guys can see that this really isn't a new game. I mean, the positives are, yes, they've added some new skins. They've fixed some of the bugs.
Get in position.
Well, a lot of the bugs, I should say. They did. The original game was crashing all the time. See, it's just silly.
Incoming.
It's just silly how easily you can kill these dinosaurs.
Protect our base.
The maps are still utterly gigantic. The gameplay is still pretty much identical. They've basically just added some new content, but the content, as I said before, was the content that was supposed to be there. They promised when the game released. They said it'll be out soon, and soon came 1 year later. So whether that's soon to you is, I guess, your own opinion.
Last dinosaur.
But
stick together, man.
Be warned, if you're gonna buy this, this is really just a reskinned Orion Dino Beatdown with some new character models that has the same bad AI and same gameplay as the old game. So I'm bored already. I really didn't feel like playing this anymore. So there you go, guys. I guess I'm not really giving this a review because it doesn't really deserve another review. It's the same game. So if you want to see what people think of this, just head over to the Orion Dino Beatdown Metacritic, and you'll get a pretty accurate depiction of what people think of this game. I guess you can put most of the comments about bugs aside, except for the obvious terrible clipping issues that have persisted somehow for a year, where dinosaurs can just stick their head in through the wall, and you can shoot them without getting touched. And the same bad AI, where dinosaurs will just line up for the killing and let you run them over. So, hope you found this informative, and I'll see you guys next time.
Stay here.